and look behind you. Exhale, fingers, toes, straight line across the mat. Inhale, lifting the upper body, we look forward. And exhale, head gently into the knees. Inhale, right foot back. Knee to the mat as we lift the body, stretching out the front of the right hip. Hands to the mat, curl up the toe and step back into plank position, body strong and straight. And exhale, come down with the elbows tight into the side of the body. Straighten the feet. Inhale, coming up into the foreground. And then curl up the toes, exhaling to inverted V, Elabundam, and lengthening the back as you press the heels down and looking to the stomach. Inhale, right foot forward between the hands, left knee comes to the mat as we lift the body, stretching out the front of the left hip. Hands to the mat, curl up the toe, and exhale as we step forward. Inhale, lifting the upper body, again we look forward. And exhale, head gently into the knees. Inhale, come up, then backwards, looking behind you. And exhaling to the first position. And 3 breaths. Inhale, reach forward, then backwards, and look behind you. Exhale, fingers, toes, straight line across the mat. Inhale, lifting the upper body, again we look forward. And exhale, head gently into the knees. Inhale, left foot back, knee to the mat as we lift the body, stretching out the front of the left hip. Hands to the mat, curl up the toe and step back into plank position. Exhale, come down and straighten the feet. So we have the feet apart in this next position. Inhale as you come up into the foreground, so we can relax the back. Curl up the toes, exhaling to inverted V. As you press the heels down, lengthening the back. And again, looking to the stomach. Whole body active. Inhale, left foot forward between the hands. Right knee comes to the mat. As we lift the body, stretching out the front of the right hip. Hands to the mat, curl up the toe. And exhale as we step forward. Inhale, lifting the upper body, we look forward. And exhale, head gently into the knees. Inhale, come up, then backwards, looking behind you, finding the balance in the hips. And exhaling to the first position, and 3 breaths. Inhale, reach forward, then backwards, and look behind you. Exhale, fingers, toes, straight line across the mat. Inhale, lifting the upper body again, we look forward. And exhale, head into the knees. Inhale, right foot back, knee to the mat as we lift the body, stretching out the front of the right hip. Hands to the mat, curl up the toe and step back into plank position. Exhale, come down, the elbows tight into the side of the body, feet apart. Inhale as we come up into the cobra. We curl up the toes, exhaling to inverted V, pressing the heels down, lengthening the back. And again, looking to the stomach. So we bring the top of the head close to the mat. Inhale, right foot forward between the hands. Left knee comes to the mat as we stretch out the front of the left hip. Hands to the mat, curl up the toe, and exhale as we step forward. Inhale, lifting the upper body, we look forward. And exhale, head gently into the knees. Inhale, come up, bend backwards, soft in the knees. And then exhaling to the first position. And 3 breaths. Inhale, reach forward, then backwards, and look behind you. Exhale, fingers, toes, straight line across the mat. Inhale, lifting the upper body, we look forward. And exhale, head gently into the knees. Inhale, left foot back, knee to the mat as we lift the body, stretching out the front of the left hip. Hands to the mat, curl up the toes, step back into plank position. Exhale, come down and straighten your feet. Inhale, coming up into the cobra. We go up the toes, exhaling to inverted V as you lengthen the back, looking to the stomach, and again bringing the top of the head close to the hands. Inhale, left foot forward between the hands, right knee comes to the mat as we lift the body, stretching out the front of the right hip. Hands to the mat, curl up the toe, and exhale as we step forward. Fingers, toes, straight line. Inhale, lifting the upper body, again we look forward, and exhale, head gently into the knees. Inhale, come up, bend backwards, looking behind you, soft in the knees, and exhaling to the first position, relax the shoulders, and 3 breaths. Third round, inhale, reach forward, bend backwards and look behind you. Exhale, fingers, toes, straight line across the mat. Inhale, lifting the upper body, this time pulling in the lower back. And exhale, head gently into the knees. Inhale, right foot back, knee to the mat. This time we lift the body, bringing the hands together above the head. And exhale as you sink down into the right hip, looking to the hands. Inhale, hands to the mat, curl up the toes, step back into plank position. And exhale, come down and straighten the feet. Inhale, coming up into the cobra, opening the chest and the shoulders. Curl up the toes and exhaling to inverted V. As we press the heels down and again lengthening the back as we look to the stomach. Nice squeeze. Inhale, right foot forward between the hands, left knee comes to the mat. We lift the body, bring the hands together above the head. And exhale as we sink down into the left hip as we look to the hands. Inhale, hands to the mat, curl up the toes, and exhale as we step forward. Inhale, come up, and exhale into the knees. Good. Inhale, back bend, finding the balance in the hips, and exhale to the first position, and 3 breaths. Inhale, reach forward, bend backwards and look behind you. Exhale, fingers, toes, straight line across the mat. Inhale, lifting the upper body as we pull in the lower back. And exhale, head gently into the knees, bringing the stomach close to the upper legs. Inhale, bring the left foot back, knee to the mat as we lift the body, bringing the hands together above the head. And exhale as we sink down into the left hip, looking to the hands. Inhale, hands to the mat, curl up the toe, step back. And exhale, come down and straighten the feet. Inhale, coming up into the cobra. We curl up the toes, exhaling to inverted V. Pressing the heels down, lengthening the back. And again, top of the head close to the mat. Inhale, left foot forward between the hands, right knee comes to the mat as we lift the body, bringing the hands together above the head. And exhale as we sink down to the right hip, looking to the hands. Inhale, hands to the mat, curl up the toe, and exhale as we step forward. Inhale, lifting the upper body, again pulling in the lower back, and exhale, head into the knees, stomach close to the upper legs. Inhale, come up, bend backwards, looking behind you, and exhaling to the first position. 3 breaths. Last round. Inhale, reach forward, bend backwards, and look behind you. Exhale, fingers, toes, straight line across the mat. Inhale, lifting the upper body and pulling in the lower back. We exhale, head gently into the knees. You see the stomach muscles. Inhale, right foot back, knee to the mat as we lift the body, bringing the hands together above the head. And exhale as we sink down into the right hip, looking to the hands. Nice and running. Inhale, hands to the mat. Curl up the toe and step back into the plank position, body strong and straight. And exhale as we come down and straighten the feet. into the stomach. Very nice. Inhale, right foot forward between the hands. Left knee comes to the mat as we lift the body, bringing the hands together above the head. And exhale as you sink down into the left hip. Look into the hands. Good, again. Inhale, bring the hands to the mat. Curl up the toe. And exhale as you step forward. Inhale, lifting the upper body, pulling in the lower back. And exhale, heading into the knees. Again, stomach close to the upper legs. Inhale, come up, then backwards, finding the balance in the hips. And exhale to the first position. And 3 breaths. Inhale, reach forward and backwards, looking behind you. And exhale as you bring the fingers and the toes in a straight line across the mat. Inhale, lifting the upper body again, pulling in the lower back. And exhale, head into the knees. Very good, Jenny. Inhale, left foot back. Knee to the mat as we lift the body, bringing the hands together above the head. And exhale as you sink down to the left hip, looking to the hands. Inhale, hands to the mat, curl up the toe, and step back into plank position. Exhale, you come down and straighten the feet. Inhale, coming up into the cobra, nice and relaxed in the back. We curl up the toes, exhaling to inverted gaze, we press the heels down, lengthening the back, and again head close to the mat. Inhale, left foot forward between the hands, right knee comes to the mat as we lift the body, bringing the hands together above the head. And exhale as you sink down into the right hip. Look into the hands. Very nice. Inhale, hands to the mat, curl up the toe, and exhale as you step forward. Inhale, lifting the upper body, pulling in the lower back, and exhale as you bring the head into the knees. Inhale, come up, then backwards, looking behind you, and exhale to the first position, and we finish with 3 breaths. 2, nice and relaxed in the shoulders. 3, toes and facing the heels. We lift the arms and we turn the feet to the right. We inhale and exhale the body out over the right leg, extending back into the right hip. Right hand under the shoulder, rotate the back, and then look to the left hand, and we breathe. 2, 3, conscious breathing. 4, keeping the extension into the right hip. 6, 7, 8, more weight on the right hand. 9, 10. Inhale, gently coming up to the center, turning the feet then to the left. We exhale the body out over the left leg, extending back into the left hip, left hand under the shoulder, rotate the back, and looking up now to the right hand, and we breathe. 2, right hand strength. 3, that's the back. 4, extend the shoulder. 5, that's good. 6, we can relax. 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, gently coming back up to the center. We straighten the feet, and we exhale the feet together, landing on the toes, face the heels, and bring the arms down into the 10 breaths. 2, 3, nice conscious breathing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Continue to roll revolving triangle. So again, the jump feet are in the same position with the feet. Place the heels, lift the arms, and now turn both feet to the right. So look the left foot in at least 45 degrees. Arms parallel the front of the room. We then inhale the left hip towards the back of the room on the long side of the mat, so you get an opposite rotation. And then exhale as we release the hip and take the left hand outside the right ankle. We press in, lengthening the back, and now looking up to the right hand, we breathe. 3, pressing with the left. 4, good. 5, good difference. 6, good. 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, gently coming back up to the center. We then turn the feet to the left. Right foot in 45 degrees and right hip towards the back of the room. Make sure that the arms are still parallel with the front of the room. And then exhale as we release now the right hip and take the right hand to the outside of the left ankle. Press in, lengthen the back, and now looking to the left hand, we breathe. 1, that's very nice. 2, good. 3, 4, use the extension back into the left hip. There you go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice, guys. Inhale, gently coming up to the center, straighten the feet. And we exhale the feet together, and gently on the toes, place the heels and arms to the 10 breaths. 3, so lengthening the spine. 4, keeping the eyes open. 5, 6, 7, and to lift the chest. 8, in long and 9, 10. Good. We jump the feet apart a little wider this time, coming into extended right angle. So we lift the arms parallel to the floor. We turn both feet again to the right, and this time we want to make sure that the heels are in a straight line. The easiest way to check this is to look at the back of the mat, making sure that the heels are the same distance from the back of the mat. Good. We then look at the right foot. Inhale, and we exhale the knee forward on the right side. So we cover the toes. This will bring the knee directly above the heel. We look forward and breathe. 2, 3. Stomach in here. 4, and chest parallel with the long side of the mat. 6, 7, good, again. 8, good. 9, 10. Take the right elbow to the right knee, look down. Make sure you have a nice straight line from the shoulder down to the heel, and then checking the left side of the body is straight with the left leg. So hold everything in a straight line. Then we bring the left arm out over the ear, looking to the top of the room in front of the arm, and we breathe. 1, 2, there we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Left arm comes past the mat as we come back up to the center. Chest, arms, center of the body, and then we look at the right hand and breathe. Knee should still be bent on the right side. 3. Check the knees still covering the toes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, straightening the right knee and then turning the feet to the left. We look to the left foot. Heels still in a straight line. We exhale out with the left knee, cover the toes. Make sure in the center of the body, chest parallel with the long side of the mat. Look forward and we breathe. 2. Make sure the right knee is straight. 3. And energy to the outside of the right foot. 5, 6, good. 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the left elbow to the left knee. Look down, nice straight line from the shoulder down to the heel, and then check the right side of the body is straight with the leg. We bring the arm out over the ear, looking to the top of the room, and we breathe. 2, good again. 3, 4, 5, 6, good. 7, good, 8, 9, 10. Right arm comes past the mat as we come back up to the center. Chest again parallel with the long side of the mat. Arms parallel. Look at the left hand and breathe. 2. The Nirmisvansbuten. 3. Koppling magmusklerna. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, so straighten the left knee, straighten the feet, and then exhale the feet together, out the toes, place the heels, and again into the temples. 2, so want to keep the eyes open here. 3, 4, and each breath conscious. 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way to the top of the fingers. 9, 10. Right, we continue into the half warrior. So we jump the feet apart again, and on the toes, place the heels, and with the arms this time beside the ears. We turn the feet and the body this time to the right. And here we want to make sure that the hips are parallel with the short end of the mat. We then look to the hands, inhale, and exhale forward with the right knee. Sit in the left hip, stretch up, and we breathe. 2, good. 3, open the hips. 4, and supporting from here. 5, to the top of the fingers. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Onto the leg. 1, stretching line on the leg. 2, then lifting the upper body. 3, using the upper body. 4, to bring the arms parallel to the floor. 5, 6, 7, resting on the leg. 8, good. 9, 10. Warrior 1. 1. In the magen. 2. The back straight. 3. 4. 5. 6. Supporting from the upper back. 7. From here. 8. 9. 10. Inhale, so straighten down the right knee, turning the feet and the body to the left. Still keeping the arms up above the head. Feet out to the left. And again, hips parallel with the short end of the mat. You exhale out with the left knee, now sitting in the right hip, back straight again, stomach in for support, and we breathe. 2, so keeping the stomach in. 3, keeps the back straight. 4. 5, keeping the left, right hip forward. 7, 8, energy outside of the right foot. 9, 10, rest on the leg. 1, 2, 3, lifting the upper body. 4, bring the arms parallel to the floor. 5, 6, nice straight line from the knee to the heel. 8, 9, 10. Warrior 1. 1. Try not to kill your thumb. 2, 3, and right knee straight. 4, suppress the energy to the right foot. 5, good, Carola. 6, you want to keep that down. 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, so straighten the left knee, straighten the feet. When you exhale, your feet together, toes, heels, arms, and 10 breaths. 2, to re-energize the body. 3, with the breathing. 4, 5, nice round breathing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. All right, we can check what any tension you have in the body. Above them, and also top there. All right, so we bring the feet now to the back of the mat, so the heels are alongside of the mat. Next spot. And we're going to jump the feet apart again, land on the toes, place the heels. And make sure that the toes are pointing straight forward or to the long side of your mat. This is very important to protect the inside of the knees, så in i disken. Så vi inte har tårna utåt utan framåt. We place the hands on the hips. And we inhale and exhale the hips back. Bringing the body gently down into its maximum position. Once it's in the maximum position, we place the hands on the floor, under the shoulders, and then bring the top of the head down to the mat between the hands. Once we have this position, we can reach back to the ankles if you're close enough, and bring the elbows towards your knees, which will gently hold you into the position. Otherwise, gently rocking the body backwards and forwards, just finding this little stretch in the back of the legs, the inside of the thighs. So relaxed breathing here. Good, morning. So lengthen the spine. Then you can take the ankles one hand at a time. Just very good. Then elbows towards the knees. That holds you in the position. Fantastic. Good. Well done. If you're holding the ankles, release them, placing the hands again beside the head, and then straighten the arms. You need to bring the hands forward so they're under the shoulders. We walk the feet in 2 steps. Inhale, so you come up with the back straight. And using the calf muscles, we bring the feet together. Toes, heels, and of course, the 10 breaths. 2, so mountain position here. 3, whole body strong. 4, upper arms. 5, muscles in the upper body. 6, whole body strong. 7, to the mat, we bring the right foot forward, support on the right knee as we bring the left knee to the mat, straighten the left foot, and then bring the right knee back. So gently sit down onto the feet. Good, so I'm going to do the same thing as I did last week, just show you what you need to think about in this position that we're going to practice now, which is the clown. So even if you're more advanced, just take the clown position first. It's very important to learn to relax in this position. Then everything after that, all the other headstand positions that we do, we transfer that relaxation to each of the positions. To get in and out of the position, I'm going to place my hands down onto the mat. I'm going to spread the fingers out with nice balance in the hands. I'm also looking down through my eyes, making sure that the wrists and the knees are in a straight line. And then I'm going to come forward with the arms straight until I can't come any further forward. And for me, that's about there. And then bend the elbows, bringing the top of the head to the mat. So check that I'm approximately 90 degrees at the elbows, and then come up the toes. Now, I'm going to lift the back and place the knees on the back of the elbows, so the toes still on the floor. And then bring the feet up towards the buttocks. And pointing the toes towards the top of the row. And I want you to be nice and relaxed in this position. So the weight is towards the elbows and the hands, not on the top of the head. To come down, we bring the toes back to the mat. We release the knees, placing them on the mat. And then gently come out with the upper body. And we want to look down and make sure that the wrists and the knees are in exactly the same position as where we went up. And then we come into child and relax. Okay, so we're going to repeat this position now. So we come into the child first. I want you to go through in your mind what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. So try and remember all the small details of this position so that we can relax. Relaxed in the mind. Inhale, gently coming up. Exhaling the hands to the knees. And then you can start the practice. And remember, this is yoga practice, not yoga perfect. So we're just practicing this position. out so that under the shoulders we have a nice balance. We then look back to the lower legs, making sure they're straight back from the knees. And then curl up the toes, if you wish to. If you know that you're particularly flexible in the lower back, of course you can have feet flat. And to get into the position, we inhale the arms parallel to the floor in front of the body. We then exhale the hips forward so we create our own back bend, and then bring the hands down to your heels or to the hips if you can't reach. And press the hips forward and look behind you. That's very nice and lovely. Yes. The more we push the hips forward in this position, the less weight will be on the hands and the arms, and the further behind the back we can look. So remember, the neck is part of the spine, so we want to relax the neck. Breathe through the nose. To come up out of the position, we inhale, head up first. We then bring the body up over the hips, arms again parallel to the floor. Straighten the feet if the toes are up. And keeping the back straight, exhale, sit down onto the feet. And then consciously bring the hands to the knees. And go up. And relax. Right. And then bring the knees together in the center of the mat. And we're going to continue into the arm lock. So bringing the left hand into the center of the upper back. You can use the right hand to help. Så handryggen mot ryggraden. And then we're going to take the right over the shoulder, and here we want to try and connect the fingers. Once we've connected the fingers, we can then start to close the hands, and eventually you'll be able to get the thumbs to the outside of the little fingers. And once we have that position, then we can take a gentle extension to the right elbow. So we just find there's a little extra space in the right shoulder. And here we have deep, conscious breathing to the stomach. Remembering that each inhale is active as we fill the body with air, and each exhale completely passive as we allow the air to leave the body. Back straight as possible here. Leaning back won't help. Good, neck nice. This gentle extension to the shoulder. That. Feel the difference? Good. That. You then gently release the position, bringing the hands back to the knees. And relax your shoulders, closing the eyes if you wish to, and simply looking for any contrast between the right arm and the left. Good flöde. Pirrar lite i högerarmen. Varmt eller kallt, eller både och. Simply conscious of any contrast. We then gently open the eyes, and of course we change sides, bringing the right hand into the center of the upper back. Again, we want to make sure the elbow is tight into the side of the body, and simply bringing the hand to its maximum position. Once we have that position, we bring the left over the shoulder and connect the fingers. Again, we want to close the hands, trying to get the thumbs outside of the fingers. And once we have that, we can then gently extend towards the top of the room with the left elbow. So, not back, just forward a little bit, and then extension up, not back. That, yes. So release it again, just like that. That's what you're looking for, that. So if you press the elbow back, it's just not coming through. Otherwise, that's okay. Yeah. Again, this conscious breathing som en fiberlykke med luft och låt det pysa ut. and without control. If you find yourself controlling the breathing, release it and simply watch as the body breathes completely by itself. We then can look deep, deep inside the body and mind, finding the center of yourself and the center of your being. It is the ultimate space and complete silence where only you exist. This is the center point of your universe. And understanding that you have the right to be there, being completely peaceful with yourself. You are not the breathing, and you are not your body, and you are not your mind. You are self, consciously watching. Watching the breathing, watching the body, and watching your mind. Complete, conscious, and peaceful awareness. And then, when you are ready, slowly and gently opening the eyes. Welcome back. Very nice. Okay, so we sit legs straight, we bring the legs to the side, and we can come to the knees. Everybody's favorite, coming into the first body left. So we're going to place the hands in the center of the lower legs on the mat. Center of the lower legs. We then pull the knees into the chest, using your stomach muscles, and sit on the feet, remembering not to press the toes into the floor. Good, right hand, right hand, sit perfect. Good. We then gently lean forward until we find the balance and we breathe. Toes, knees, and completely relax. 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 Remember, we need to be patient with this position. It's just to practice. Let's do it the second time. So again, hands center of the lower legs. So we then bring the knees into the chest with the stomach muscles sitting on the feet. And then we lean forward slowly until we find the balance. And we breathe. Breathe. Good. And then gently back down to the mat again. And today we're going to take this a third time. Just for fun. Even you that are at home. So center the legs again. Good. Give me the toes first. So back, good. Remember, sit on my hands. Don't worry about my hands. Pull your knees tight into your chest and sit on that. Sit on that. Back, good. Then lean forward very close, right? So didn't have that much weight in my, I can't physically lift you up, especially at the moment with my arm. So, good. All right, so we're going to gently come to a standing position now. Knowing how we get to the standing position, go in Rosa. And we're going to face the front of the room. So then we're going to come straight into the standing toe lock. So taking both big toes with the first two fingers and thumbs. And then lifting the upper body, and again putting in the lower back as we did in the salute to the sun. That's very nice, good. Nice breathing here. Good. Let me take a deep breath. Inhale. We exhale the elbows towards the back of the room and bring the head gently in to the knees. So using the biceps to hold the position. And also conscious of the balance between the right and the left foot. So very nice to do that. That's excellent. Good. And the next Good. Then we're going to gently release the positions. Release the toes and slowly roll up the body. So rulla genom hela ryggraden. As the back is straight, we start to lift the arms and we press up onto the toes. So you see the calf muscles to lift the heels from the floor, back straight, stretch up, and we breathe. 3, try to keep the heels together. 4, stretch up. 5, breathing to the calf muscles. 6, good. 7, 8, good. 9, 10. Inhale, holding the breath, we gently return the heels back to the mat. Very nice, Jane. And then exhale the arms to the sides. And 10 breaths. Last time. 2, in the front open. 3, 4, lifting into the chest. 5, lengthening the spine. 6, to the crown of the head. 7, don't forget to smile. 8, not too serious. 9, 10, excellent. Good. Right, so you don't scare me. Right, good. Very nice. We're going to come down to stationary crocodile. So again, we come down to the mat using the same technique. And we lie, of course, on the stomach. Placing the hands beside the chest so that we're making sure that the lower arms are as much as possible straight down to the mat. So we have strength in the arms. And if the arms are not straight down to the mat, there won't be any strength. So that is strong. Bring the feet together, curl up the toes, straighten the knees, lift the head. I'm going to press the hands into the mat, lift 1 centimeter only, and take 15 breaths. Strong breathing. Once you've taken the 15, just gently coming back down to the mat and into the first crocodile. So you can rest the forehead on the hands. And if you have any tension still in the lower back, you can skaka and make it hurt your hands there. And today we're going to do it a second time. So again, hands beside the chest, lower arms straight down to the mat, feet together. Up the toes, straighten the knees, lift the head, whole body strong and straight. We press the hands into the mat, 1 centimeter, 15 breaths. And then, of course, we relax after the 15. And again, knees to the sides of the mat, relax the lower back and the hips. Now we want to count. So we roll over to the back. Take a short shoulder stand practice. the body and making sure, of course, that the fingers are on your mat and not on the floor behind the mat. And the reason for this is when we bring the toes to the floor behind the head, we want to have the toes on the mat so we feel nice and safe in these positions. So again, today, quite a short program. So arms tight along the side of the body. Good. Koppla in magmusklerna. Som skop i magen, bäcken botten upp till revbensbågen, in mot mitten, ner mot ryggraden. Försök dra in kanterna till bäckenbenet här. Good. And then to come up into the position, still engaged in the stomach muscles. You inhale the legs to 90. Exhale, push the arms into the mat. And bring the feet behind your head. Bring the hands then as close to the upper back as possible. And then we start to lift the legs, pushing the hips forward towards the head to straighten the body. Good up. Good. Wind it up. Good. After a few breaths, you'll find you'll be able to straighten the body just a little bit more. And as much as possible, you want the toes in front of the chin. And then inhale and exhale, splitting the legs left to left, right to right without rotation in the hips, so you stay behind my arm. Then we flex the toes down and press the heels out and straighten the knees. Still please. Ingen rotation i höfterna, så det blir så. We then relax the feet. And we allow the legs to come just a little bit wider. Bring the feet together in the center, and again we make the body strong and straight, as straight as possible. Good. Now we're going to take one foot to the mat, so we're going to focus on the left leg. So we inhale and exhale the left leg behind the back. Right leg comes down to compensate for the balance. Straight leg. And then to come to the mat with the right foot, we take the rotation in bäckenbenet. So as we bring the left forward, keeping the split, the right toe will come to the floor. That, good. You also want to make sure that you can see up to the top of the room with both eyes, so the feet are behind the shoulder. To come up from the position, we inhale the left leg back, which lifts the right leg to the floor, and then we bring the feet back together again in the center and make the body strong and straight. We take the opposite side, inhale and exhale the right leg behind the back. We find a split position, so the left leg is now compensated for the balance. And then we bring the right leg forward. The pelvic rotation brings now the left foot to the floor. And again, I want you to look up, make sure you can see up past the inside of the leg with both eyes. Very good, we get that. Inhale, right leg back. here we want to be conscious of the contrast between shoulder stand positions and complete relaxation. Very nice. Good. We bring the feet together, arms along the side of the body. And again, we take a deep breath, using the elbows and the stomach muscles to come out to a sitting position, and we can face the center of the room. Very nice. Okay. So both legs straight, back straight, or as straight as possible. We're coming to the last few positions now. So we're going to continue into Marichyasana pose 1. So we're going to bring the right foot tight into the buttock. And then bring the left hand in front of the right ankle. Bring the right arm on the inside of the knee. Very good. And remember the breathing here. So we inhale, take a deep breath without moving. Exhale, completely empty the lungs. And then pull yourself forward using your left hand with your arm. Good. Then you can bring it back with the hand to the back. You're going to reach round at the left. We're going to connect the hands today. Trust me. That's it. Yeah! First time here. Very good. Alright, so just breathe. Those who are more advanced can come down to the left knee, the forehead. Eventually you will have the lips on the knee. And once the lips are on the knee, then you can straighten the toes out, otherwise toes towards the top of the room. So we either have to grow very long lips, or we stretch out the back of the legs. Turn that on. Yes. We then gently release the position and we sit straight. We of course change sides, now bringing the left foot tight into the buttock, and right hand in front of the ankle. And bringing the left arm on the inside of the knee. Remember the breathing first. Sit up first, inhale, deep breath, exhale, empty the lungs, then pull yourself forward with the right hand and bring the back of the left hand to the back. And then reach around with the right, connecting the hands behind the back. So, and then you exhale down to the right knee, if you're a little bit more advanced. If you feel like you're falling out to the right, try and bring the left buttock to the mat. This will help balance. Good. You think you need balance straight in there. Good. Beautiful. Always back in hand. Just a little closer. And then you'll get even closer to the knee. And look at that on the knee. Fantastic. And then, of course, we gently release the position and sit straight. Coming to the last two positions for today, we're going to continue with full sitting toe lock. So again, we want to take the first two fingers and thumbs around the toes, and legs as straight as possible. So we lift the upper back, so we're lifting the body as far away from the toes as possible, and then pulling in the lower back. Quickly nearing your downward tap. Good. Right, let's try to sit up as much as possible here. So we're really engaging the muscles in the lower back here. Sit again. That, good. Now, this working. Yes. Then we take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale the elbows down towards the mat and head towards your knees. Verkligen önskar att jag skulle kunna gå tillbaka i tiden mycket och visa vad du gör nu. När du började. Det är helt fantastiskt vad du har gjort med din kropp. Fantastiskt. Good. So here we want to learn to relax. So we're just focusing on the breathing, allowing any tension that you're feeling to simply be there. Practicing balance, understanding. One last time. We take a deep breath without moving. exhale through that relaxation, just coming a little deeper into the position, extending from the lower back. Fantastic. Good. This time, when the body starts to relax, we gently release the position. Snyggt jobbat. Bra. Alright, so today we're going to finish with half bridge. So please lie on the back, bring both feet into the buttocks, and then bringing the knees into your chest. Catch the ankles with both hands and point the toes so that we can bring the toes to the floor on the outside of the buttocks and then bring the heels to the mat. Once you have that position, bring the thumbs behind the ankles and then we press the hips up towards the top of the room. Walking the shoulders together and then pressing from the heels to your shoulders. So we find this maximum stretch in the front side of the body, front side of the hips, thighs, which is in the knees, ankles, arms, shoulders, upper back and lower back. We want to make sure also the neck is relaxed, conscious of the breathing of the stomach muscles. Good. Don't forget to smile.
I was just thinking about what stomach muscles.
And then for the last few breaths, pressing up just a little bit more. Very nice. Just finding those last 1 or 2 centimeters towards the top of the room. We then inhale, taking a deep breath, holding the breath, we put the lower back on the mat. Still holding the breath, we bring the shoulder blades to the mat. And then exhale the feet to the sides of the mat and completely relax. If you're down on the left foot, defender on the hand foot and the lower foot. Feel over kroppen för att behålla värmen om du vill. Strumpor. And then consciously come into the mat. Conscious of your body lying on the floor. The whole plane of contact between the body and the floor. The space between the body and the floor. Your clothes, the mat. And feeling how the floor is supporting your body. Låt golvet ta emot din kropp. And then reaching deep, deep down into the earth beneath you. Sinking deeper and deeper into the floor. Without limitations of mind, body, or form. Conscious now of the breathing, without controlling the breathing, leaving it exactly as it is, and watching this perfect balance between the weight of the body, the support from the floor, the inhale, the exhale, not more than